What's up, everybody? I'm sitting here online right now with Chantal Epp, and she is with ClicknClear. And ClicknClear is a very interesting concept in our new music dilemma here in the cheerleading world. We're really excited to be able to explore the information that she has to share with us, and we're going to let her explain a little bit about the company. And I have a few questions that I know will be popular, so we're going to ask those questions, and we're going to get rolling so we can get the word out there as quickly as possible. Chantal, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with your company?
Yeah, well, firstly, thank you very much for having me on this call, Randy. Looking forward to chatting about this a bit more. So, yeah, to get started, I'll give you a bit of an explanation as to why I've started ClicknClear. So, following all of the confusion around music licensing after the changes in USA Cheer and the application of global music licensing, I saw that there were limited solutions for teams and music producers to legally license music. And I didn't want teams to, one, not use the music that they love, and two, be charged higher fees for bespoke music when most teams can't afford it, especially when I knew how to solve the problem. So at the time, I was working full-time in music licensing and also ran a music production company for cheerleading whilst being a cheerleader myself. I started building a team of music industry licensing experts who are all passionate cheer athletes, coaches, and judges, and music producers to bring to you ClicknClear. And our mission was simple: to bring all of the rights you need for cheer and have it pre-cleared, taking all of the confusion and guesswork out of the process. We've been able to do this by using our unique position to gain the backing of the biggest names in the music industry to officially license music by real artists that your athletes will love and give their best to in performances. And really, we wanted to just deliver the power of great music to cheer teams worldwide to engage both athletes and audiences and increase participation in the sport and its impact to the outside world.
Very cool. So that's a great reason, I think, to get this company started, because there was definitely a need for it in our industry. So let me ask you this: who are you guys working with? Like, who do you work with on a regular basis as far as collecting the music and the artists and things like that?
Yeah, so we have over 80 deals in place already now with the likes of Sony, Warner, Universal, and more, and are currently going through over 3 million tracks to data match them and basically determine which tracks are fully cleared and ready for you to license through clicknclear.com. Music licensing can be a complex undertaking because you need both master and publishing rights for each song to cover all of the usages that you require. And master and publishing rights relate to the ownership of the music. So master rights cover a specific recording of a particular song, whether it's a huge original hit or a cover version of that song, and are typically licensed from the record label or the recording artist. And the publishing rights are for the written lyrics and melody of the music and so on. And there are usually more than one writers of any song, especially when it's something in the top 40. And you need to license that side of the music through the music publishers and or the individual writers. And these rights apply whether it's a huge original hit or a cover version of that song. So for example, Beyonce's Run the World, very popular song used in cheer, has 5 different publishers that you need to negotiate with in order to license that music, one of which has just 8.44%. Plus, you then need to license the master rights from the record label. So that's a total of 6 companies that you need to reach a deal with. Now, we have the backing of the music industry to solve all of this complexity for you and have direct agreements that allow us to clear music on your behalf. So all you need to do is come to ClicknClear and instantly license that music.
That sounds like a very complicated process. So speaking of artists and who you work with, what type of artists and which artists are you kind of currently working with now?
Yeah, so we have to make sure that all of the music on the platform is fully cleared for the complexities in licensing. And so we've got a wide selection of music that's great for cheer, from upcoming to established artists. And our expert team have curated playlists for different parts of your routine, like stunts and tumbles and pyramids. And we also have different playlists of music genres, from hip hop to dance, electropop. So there's really something for everyone. But we've also got a big pipeline of high-profile artists coming to the platform over the next weeks and months, and already have some awesome tracks being used by some of the world's best teams. Our massive online catalog of music is growing daily, and it's fully cleared by the music industry and the track's original writers and artists, all ready for you to simply click and license, download and mix with 100% confidence that you have the full rights to do what you need. And you can just basically sign up onto the website, start browsing through music and license what we have today, and get emailed about our new additions as they arrive.
And it's very interesting because I actually went through the website and I looked at some stuff, and I saw that there's a bunch of cool stuff on there as far as notifications to your producer when you created your playlist and stuff like that. But exactly how does this work? Like, how much does it work, or how much does it cost to get the license for each song? And then if I want to change a song, how does that work? You know, does it cost me again? Or how does it work if I want to change a song after I've licensed a song for my mix?
So we use a really simple pricing tier system. There's just 2 tiers. It's either $15 or $25 per track, per mix, per year, helping your budget go further. And the pricing depends on the track. So it's $25 covers the highest profile artists, including all of the publishing and master rights to the tracks. And then you've got the $15 tier, which is lesser known music. And this basically means that music producers can mix at ease with great music and provide affordable packages for teams with lower budgets. And it also gives you the option as a team to mix your own music again. But if you're accredited, if your music producer is accredited through us, they can actually download the tracks to test them out in your mix before you've completed your mix. So your music doesn't have to be licensed until you're completely happy with all of the songs that you've chosen in your almost final version. Therefore, meaning you don't need to license a piece of music and then license it again if you've decided you didn't like that one.
Very interesting. So now, speaking of licenses, what exactly does the ClicknClear license cover, and for how long? Like, what's the expiration on the license?
Yeah. So when you purchase music licenses through us, you receive a license PDF providing your team with the legal right to produce a killer mix, being able to edit and adapt it, using a high quality file downloaded from our site, set a choreographed routine to the mix or to the music as part of your mix, and use your music in your mix, playing it at training, at home, and at competition. And the most exciting license that we've managed to secure is the right to go social and upload your videos of the routine with your music on Facebook and YouTube. And these licenses last for 1 year and is charged per track, per mix, but you can keep them online forever. And all of these licenses include both the master and publishing rights from those rights holders for every single track on the platform.
I definitely know that's always an issue trying to post things online, so that will probably solve that problem for a lot of people. So once this whole process gets started, and let's say I'm a gym owner and I'm sending things over to a music producer, how do I get my playlist within ClicknClear over to my music producer?
Yeah, so it's super simple. The licensing platform is really easy to use. You just sign up, you can search through the catalog through different moods and genres, and then you can create shareable playlists, which you can collaborate on with your colleagues or your music producer. And when you collaborate with them, your music producer or your colleague will get an email and a notification saying, hey, you can edit this playlist, and your music producer can then receive that list, download those tracks, and license that music on your behalf. Or you can go ahead and license it yourself.
Okay. So now, since you guys have all these different artists and things like that, can you explain to me maybe the situation with covers and how that's going to work out, or what does that apply here, or how does it apply?
Yeah, so obviously over the last few years, cover music has become a new trend for licensing music. But with cover music, you really need to check that the publishing rights are also being covered, so that the written music and the lyrics and so on. And whilst your music producer may have re-recorded a song and therefore owns the master rights to that new version of the recording, they didn't write the song. And there are often multiple writers of a song that you need to seek permission from, and you need to seek permission from all of them in order to be 100% legal. And I've seen writer shares as small as 0.68%. And you still need to get that writer and that writer's approval in order to be fully clear. So we always suggest that with cover music, you check with your music producer if the publishing rights are being covered and how they are being licensed, because licensing 0.68% of the writer's song is something that a writer doesn't typically grant on a case-by-case basis. And we've managed to get these rights due to the relationships that we have in the music industry, and that ClicknClear provides a platform that's open to all in cheerleading, and making that music, making the licensing of music affordable and accessible for just $25 or $15 to cover all sides and shares of the music.
It's very interesting. I'm kind of excited about the concept because I know one of the big concerns a lot of people have always had is, we just really want to use this song and they're unable to use like the real artists and things like that. And I think this will definitely be the beginning of the opening platform to do that. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people in the ASGA about your product, or anything like any last minute comments that would help them maybe answer some questions that they might have?
I think really the main thing is that we're bridging the gap between the music industry and the cheerleading industry, and making that music available for cheer teams and dance teams to be able to legally license it and make them feel safe and be able to use the music that they actually love. And it's really just kind of getting the support on both sides to really make this work and kind of bring it back to the way that we used to do things while still having the other options available.
Well, I think it's a very interesting concept. I'm sure there was a lot involved in this process, and it sounds very complicated from your end. I think I'm very appreciative for the hard work you and your company have put forth to try to bring this to the table. And I know the ASGA people will have tons of questions, and maybe we can do a live session later on and kind of get those answers out there for them.
Yeah, for sure. That would be great.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time, and we appreciate all of your efforts and everything you've done with ClicknClear. And we look forward to watching this grow and how this will serve the cheerleading community.